Hello everybody, and welcome back to Half-Life Lore. We just finished the Quarantine Zone episode, and we are now about to begin Is or Will Be, which of course has to do with what the Vortigaunt we just saw said to us about Eli's death. He either is or will be dead. So we are on a mission to find out the answer. And I just wanted to say that this episode is dedicated to my friend Caitlin because of how much she loves lore. So that being said, let's take a look at these bad boys. So, if you see here, the way they shine, it really looks like they're made out of metal, which makes me wonder the origin of them, because either they are organic things that just happen to, I guess, assimilate the metal. It could have happened naturally. I almost have a feeling like it might be some sort of combine plan. I'm not sure exactly how well their plan worked out because, later we'll see that this almost acts like a hat to certain types of head crabs, so I don't know if that was like an experiment that the Combine were doing that went awry, and that's why they're all over the place, growing every which way. Or if this just happens to be a natural evolution of the head crab. Maybe this is almost some sort of like fungus or something that maybe by the head crabs breathing it in, they got, it's growing on them almost like a tumor or some sort of fungus. But I'm not sure. If you have any ideas about the origin of this stuff, I would love to know. But for now, let's see what's happening.
Alyx, the signal's back. Can you hear me? Are you okay?
Russell, I'm good. How's Dad?
They've got him on the train. He's on the move. You've got to find Fairview Junction before they get there.
I'm working on it.
See, this almost looks, like I was saying, like a hat. Like it just kind of sits on top of the head crab. So I'm going to see what it looks like in relation to the head crab. Let's see.
So anything happened when you cut out?
You're not gonna believe this, but I ran into a Vortigaunt.
Vortigaunt? What was he doing down there?
Hiding. I think he escaped from the Combine.
What did he say?
You need a Vortigaunt? He said crazy Vortigaunt.
But yeah, it looks like the stuff is definitely connected to them, like it's growing out of them. It's not just simply like glued to him. And obviously that feature, the big red glowing heart or whatever it is not a feature that the other head crabs have. So that definitely suggests that it is a different kind of head crab. I just don't know, again, if it is a natural evolution or if it's Combine intervention. Let's see what's going on here. So this just looks like a regular head crab, but over here we see like surgical equipment and stuff. So it could have to do with this health bench, and maybe this was some sort of makeshift clinic, or maybe this is where they were experimenting on head crabs, or maybe both. We don't know. Ow.
Oh, that Vortigaunt I met? He did give me a head crab to eat.
Oh, great! What did it taste like? Tell me how you...
Russell, I didn't eat it.
Right. Of course you didn't. No, that's the right decision.
I love how excited he gets about the idea of eating a head crab, which sort of goes back to that scene in Russell's lab where we saw the head crab wrapped in saran wrap with big letters, "Do not eat" on it, because he's, I guess, so tempted to eat the head crab that he has to remind himself. I just wonder why he doesn't eat the head crab. Maybe he's using it for some sort of experiment or something. I don't know.
That zombie has a shotgun.
Heck yeah.
Whoa.
Do you hear that?
Yeah. Let's get this shotgun and get out of here. Hey, got it.
Hurry up and load that thing. It's getting louder.
Oh boy, this part scares me. Lots of water. Ah, crap.
We did it.
I love this gun.
Out of shells.
Let's take a look at the gun, see what it looks like. So we got... This is obviously not a very typical looking shotgun. In fact, I've never really seen a gun that looks like this before, but it is very satisfying. I really love the action of having to swing it around to lock it in place. Yeah, that part scared the crap out of me the first time I played because I had no idea what was about to burst out at me. But it was kind of a relief when I found out it was just zombies. I thought it might have been like a huge boss fight I was about to have to deal with. God day, bro. We've been seeing all throughout this area these head crabs on stakes that I'm sure that Vortigaunt did all by himself. I'm not sure if he's like saving these for later consumption or if he has them as decoration. I don't know. I mean, he was keeping alive ones in his little kitchen, so I guess he probably prefers the fresher one, and he definitely killed the one that he took the guts out of in that scene. So, I'm not sure why he would keep the head crabs on the stakes, but oops, that's not the button I wanted to press. We see more of these tentacle boys. There we go. If you are able to hit those little explodey bits on them, it kills the head crab and the zombie. Whereas if you just kill the head crab, or just shoot their head even, the head crab will stay alive. I think it's from now on in the game, because before it definitely doesn't do that. So I think starting right here when you get the shotgun, the head crabs will jump off the zombies when you kill them. Again, unless you hit their little green bomb patches wherever they are on their bodies. Alright, so we have our first, well, it's the second upgrade station in the game, but this is going to be the first time in the series where I upgrade something. Am I good at, yeah, I don't really need health. it's really no surprise why they quarantined this place off, because things are just growing out of control here. I guess Zen plants or funguses or whatever you want to call them are well adapted to the Earth climate. They probably like the moisture of this underground area too. I would expect. I'm not sure what this used to be. It definitely looks like it could just be some sort of maintenance area. Let's see what upgrades I can get for my shotgun. I have 27, double shot, laser sight. I definitely want to get both the autoloader and the grenade. Actually, the grenade launcher is definitely more important, at least to me, than the autoloader, because the autoloader is good, especially in really high stress situations. But it's easy enough to load it without it. So it just depends on how you want to spend your money. And that's what I like, is that in replacement of having a bunch of weapons like you do in Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2, you only have 3 weapons in this game, but you can...
Oh, that should come in handy.
You can upgrade them the way you want to upgrade them. You can play with them the way you want to play with them. So that's sort of similar to the idea in the first 2 games, where you can play the way you want to play depending on which weapons you play with. So, and it's good because I think in VR, just a second. Having, so in VR, I think having too many weapons would be very confusing, and also would just not be very, it would be pretty hard to pull off, because like in this game we just have this little interface where we move it back and forth, and I personally think that it's very easy to use. I've heard some people complain about it, that especially in high stress situations, it can be really difficult to get exactly what you want. But I think personally, because there are so few options, you really only have the 5. You have the shotgun, the pistol, and then eventually the machine gun, and then Alyx's multi-tool. That it's pretty easy to figure out. But I will say, especially the first time playing, when you don't know what's going to happen and you're not necessarily, I mean, at least for me, this was the first VR game I ever played, so even like shooting in VR was a big challenge at first, and I'm still obviously not perfect at it. But I think that once you get more accustomed to playing in VR and playing Alyx specifically, this sort of menu becomes really easy and almost second nature. Oh, and this is the part of the game, where it really starts to become
Too dark.
a
You'll need a
horror
flashlight.
game.
I think you're right.
Because not being able to see where you're going and a bunch of monsters trying to eat your face at the same time is effing scary. And even though I have a pretty good idea of where the jump scares are and what aliens to expect in what area, it still scares the crap out of me. But we'll get more into that in a little bit. Hello, I know you're... So, again, we see... I'm interested because these definitely look like they were once on head crabs. I don't know, maybe... I just thought of an idea. Maybe they died of natural causes and the bodies have since disintegrated, whereas with these guys... the reason why they explode is because I shot them. But you can see... Let's get into better light. Let's see. Actually, that being said, I don't see the metal parts on this body anymore. So, I don't know. Maybe it was just sitting on top. Ugh, it's all gushy. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the matter? I'm just gonna take a quick save. Do you have a little bomb spot somewhere? You're floating there, bud. The music in this part just adds so much to the tension and the horror.
Whew. It is dark.
Everything all right?
Nope, I'm good. I'm good.
I love how Alyx reacts to what's going on in the game, and she definitely is experiencing the world the way I experienced it, especially the first time through. And it definitely helps put yourself in Alyx's shoes, which I think is super neat. Gosh. So we can tell by especially the hands, but even the head, that this was once a head crab zombie, but there's some sort of new parasite that has taken it as its host, and it's like even like pulsating and breathing. I don't know what this stuff is, but it is gross and it is creepy. We also see over here, we saw these guys when we first got into the quarantine zone, but we see these too, which are, they act very similar, they even look pretty similar, so I wonder if they're maybe life stages of the same plant, or if it's maybe like the male and female version, or even a different breed, or a close cousin in the same family or something. But I still think that's really cool that they have those little details of a very complex, what's the word I'm looking for? Animal family tree, something like that. Ugh, and there's just blood everywhere. This guy's fate is not very good. So anyway, let's grab this flashlight. I'm gonna be putting it on my left hand.
Oh, thank God.
And I'm having to actually manipulate the flashlight and have it separate from your shooting hand. Oh, here comes a head crab. Is so stressful, especially when, like right now, you go to when you go to reload, because it means that when you go in your back pocket, you have no flashlight anymore. Actually, no. I was gonna say, I wonder if you can grab from your pocket. Oh, you can. But that would be that would just take too many steps, so. Anyone else want to jump out at me? Also, just a little life hack. I don't want to do that. If you keep your hands really close to each other, it means that you can point to where your flashlight is pointing.
About what?
But
about anything. Literally
sometimes
Well, I
becomes
think
a
given
little
our
tedious.
situation, your irrational fear of the dark is actually quite appropriate. You know, I can give you easily 100 reasons to be terrified.
Okay, that was my fault. I'll be more specific next time.
It's interesting that we never see any bigger versions of the tentacle guy. Nothing bigger than this in the game, which I wonder if it's because they just haven't had time to grow, if this is, again, maybe a different kind of tentacle than we see in Half-Life 1. But I mentioned in the video when we saw the tentacle for the first time that we encounter it very shortly after the resonance cascade, so I have no idea how these things grow. But maybe that we just happened to get a full-grown tentacle that got teleported in.
Big fan of this flashlight.
And it, not unlike yourself, is also sensitive to the dark.
Oh yeah?
Meaning it should go on automatically when the lights go out.
Oh, nice.
Is there anything in? Ooh, is there anything in here? No. Oh, but there is a resin. I actually don't like the fact that the flashlight goes on and off depending on the area, because there are times where, just because I'm curious and I want to see the environment as much as possible, there are times where you'll go into some sort of corner or something and the flashlight won't go on because the area as a whole isn't deemed dark by the game, I guess. So I do kind of wish there was some way to toggle the flashlight on and off, but I also think that it is a way for the game makers to add tension when they need it. Let's see. There we go. Okie dokie. Oh my god, that scared me. I still can't remember every single time things jump out at you. When you're not expecting it, it makes you jump. Wasted that bullet. Hey. Oy, 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 oy. Okay. Let us journey into the battle of the
Alright,
beast.
Russ. Really need you to talk again.
Absolutely. Be specific.
Before. What was life like before the Combine?
Ah, excellent. Alyx, have you ever heard of a club sandwich?
Nope. Not once.
Right. To make a club sandwich, you need to start with bread. Not from a bread line, from a bakery across the street. Baked that day, okay? You add tomatoes, lettuce, not vegetable paste, fresh. Then you add bacon. That's from an animal we used to call the pig. You toast the bread, and you put all that inside it.
You guys had all that? That's insane.
It is, and I'm not done. Then you add a second sandwich on top of the first one. You put ham in it, also from a pig, and turkey from an animal we used to call the turkey, and more tomato, more lettuce, and a bunch of other things I'm forgetting. It was 6 inches tall and weighed a pound, and had a dozen ingredients from 5 different continents. It was the most impossible food item you could imagine in any age before ours.
Wow.
I know, right?
That is... wow. Thanks, Russ.
You're welcome, Alyx.
I hate this part. I hate this part. It is so scary, and I hate it. So, let me just hit a quick save, and then we're gonna journey into it. I also just have to say, I love Russell's. Oh no! Darn you! Give me my resin. Ooh, and ammo. Bonus. I was gonna say that I just love Russell's character, and I love how the first thing he thinks of about the old world is food, and specifically the club sandwich. I've never even had a club sandwich. Is it good? Sounds pretty good from what he's describing. But anyway, let's go pee our pants. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ouch. Where's your head crab? Did it die? I guess it died. Okay. Gosh, the shadows are so scary. Oh gosh, she's fast. You did? Okay, so I guess sometimes they die, sometimes they don't. I'm not sure if there's a rhyme or reason to that. If anyone knows, please let me know. Oh gosh. I hate this, 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 I hate this. Show me your chest. Sweating, and it's not from heat. Okay. Light. I love you. Hello? Ooh.
Wait, is that a dead Combine soldier?
Yeah. When you guys were off stealing the reactor, I saw the Combine moving supplies in here. So, I guess they're interested in this place again.
Right, we'll keep an eye out. Something's definitely up.
So we can see his suit. This is where he would keep his grenades and such, probably some ammo. Let's see. We have a oxygen tank which is hooked up to their mask because the Combine homeworld doesn't have oxygen, so they hook up oxygen to the human soldiers so that if necessary they can transport them to the Combine homeworld whenever necessary. And you can see there's no inch of skin showing on this guy. He's airtight, ready for space travel. I like his boots. They just look like regular old Doc Martens, which I'm a big fan of. I hear a Combine guy. What is this? I'm just kidding.
Alyx, manhack, watch out!
See it.
Woo! It didn't even get me. That is a manhack, which I don't think has any organic component to it. I'm pretty sure it's just... let me grab it. Why can't I grab it? whatever. Let's maybe look at this part. I don't think that there are any organic components to a manhack. Pretty sure it's just machinery with AI in order to track its enemies. There was a deleted plot point in Half-Life 2 that made it, oops, didn't mean to do that, made it so that the manhacks were actually controlled by people at like an arcade. They thought they were just playing a video game, but they were in fact killing people with the manhacks. But I'm kind of glad they got rid of that because it doesn't really add anything to the story.
Okay, so right now, what it's like to live on Earth on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd say we're at a 2.
Yep, could always get worse.
What would you rate it before the Combine showed up?
Ooh, that's a toughie. I don't know. Good day? I'd say 6. Yeah, strong 6.
6? That's not great.
Well, that's life, Alyx. You know, it's not always great.
Well, maybe we get the Combine off Earth and we can shoot for like an 8, you know?
Ooh, an 8. Yeah, that really would be nice.
I don't
Really
know
nice.
where you are, but I think it's you. Okay. Yeah, I gotta agree with Russ. The world it's not great. Lots of room for improvement. And I also agree that I'm not sure it could ever be perfect. I think that there will always be issues just because people are people and Earth is Earth and nature is nature. It's pretty ruthless. Nope, that's what I want. But I also agree that we definitely can make it better, and it's worth making better. You know, life is valuable, and it's worth preserving, and it's worth making better for people. And that concludes Lyda May Tucker's philosophy hour. Not really. I love talking philosophy, which is probably why Half-Life is my favorite video game, because it is so dense in morals and what it means to be human, you know, what it means to be happy, what it means to be free, and I think it does a really good job of exploring those kinds of concepts.
Oh.
So this was the Combine boy we were hearing back there. He's had better days. It's really interesting that that barnacle looks like it has almost like tumors growing on it. I don't know if that's just how they look when they're digesting, but most of the time in the other games when a barnacle captures a human enemy, you know, obviously this isn't fully human, but a humanoid figure, it does it by the head, but all three of these are done by the feet. So I'm not sure how that happened, but either way, it's no good. In some ways, I think I would rather be taken by the head because I think it would be a quicker death than just rotting from blood rushing to your brain and the agony of having your feet eaten. It's no good. Let's see. What's over here? Anything gonna jump out at me? I still had bullets in there, but I just felt like reloading. Hello.
Oh, maniac!
Thanks, Russ. love how the genre of music. Oh, you're still alive. Let me actually kill my enemies before I start blathering on about this game.
Access to this block is not permitted. Local security deployed and designated to prosecute.
Thanks, Overwatch. I'll keep that in mind. But that music, that's pretty much the first, like, ugh, that does not look good. I think that's a lady. I keep getting sidetracked. The music, that's the first real hype music we see hear in the game. And it's very reminiscent of the drum and bass kind of music that they had in Half-Life 2 and even Half-Life 1. So I love that. Even though it's a new composer, he definitely, took the feeling of a Half-Life game in mind when he was composing. And fun fact about me, by the way, I actually majored in music theory in college, so I'm a big ol' music nerd, which is probably why I talk about it so much, because I love it, and it's great, and the music of Half-Life is great, and everything about Half-Life is great. It looks like you're touching your crotch. That's dirty. Oh, I'm out of bullets. How did that happen? I was fully loaded the last time I thought. I also know if you kill the zombie with the shotgun, I'm pretty sure that also automatically kills the head crab. We hear explosions going off. What I can only assume are explosions. More graffiti wearing off the wall. Oh, you're alive. You waited a long time to get up. You're still alive, okay? I take back what I said about the shotgun. I definitely love the laser sight for trying to hit those green things. Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, civil code violation. I care so much. Oop. Seriously. Okie dokie. Anything over here? Alrighty then. Anything over here? I just love the way this game looks, and I love how how well they really made it feel like a Half-Life game. Like, it really feels like this could have just been a level in Half-Life 2, and I would have not been surprised by it. You know what? I'm gonna use the shotgun. Why not?
3 shells left.
I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my other videos yet, but I believe that the way the game generates ammo is based off of how you use the gun. So if you use the shotgun more often, you'll end up getting more shotgun ammo. If you use the pistol most often, you'll get more pistol ammo. And so it behooves you to use the weapon that you like. I may have already said that, but... Okie dokie, okie dokie. Gimme. seriously. I don't want you, I just want this. I don't want you, I just want this. Thank you. I like how it's in 2 different languages. I don't know what that means. But I assume they mean turn to operate, so let's turn this bad boy.
So, when we get the
Yucky.
Combine off
It's
work,
like-
what are you gonna do?
I'm
Full
going
safety.
full production mode on the Russells, of course.
Oh, of course. You'll be sitting on a landmine.
Gold mine, yep. So
A
here's the
landmine.
plan. Conservative estimate, I figure 1 year to get the world unconquered by the Combine, get them off the planet. So that's year 1, then another year to mass produce the Russells. Although, just quietly, we will need to rebuild society first, you know, to get some basic infrastructure, jobs, money, that sort of thing. Otherwise people won't be able to buy them, you know. So, yeah, 3-year plan. Let's slot the infrastructure thing in for year 2.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You're gonna want to put that in here too.
I like how optimistic he is. It's a good thing. I think sometimes when you're in really shitty situations and the world seems like there's nothing you can do to make it better, sometimes just a little optimism is what you need. Okay. I think I'll go through this section and then take a break. I'm also gonna hit save because this part is easy to mess up. Ugh, there's like stuff even growing out of this oil barrel. Nasty. I wonder how all this flammable stuff even got here, if it was like some sort of storage place for the oil barrels and the Zen wildlife just took it over, or if maybe I know my husband mentioned a theory that like maybe this was the Combine that brought it in to destroy the building and it just kind of got out of hand. I'm not sure.
Oh boy.
Oh, that didn't work. I told you, it's easy to mess
Alex,
up.
still there?
Let's try that again. You know what? Actually, I'm really hot. And I think this is already a pretty decent episode. It's hard for me to time it since I'm in the VR. And I don't want just a timer going off in the middle of my video, so I'm just kind of winging it. But this game is so much fun that I often find myself going for much longer than I realize. So let me take a break for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I would love your commentary on everything we discussed in this video. And until next time, I just hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.